going to talk about design. We're going to talk about general organizer expectations. Am I looking into this camera? All right, bet. Hello, folks at home. We got a good crowd here. Let's go. But yeah, so this is the first Rowdyhacks organizer info session. We're going to be talking about tech and design today. So yeah, let's just get started. Who are we? I am Nathan Zuniga. I was the Rowdyhacks 9 coder, and I have now officially been elected as the Rowdyhacks 10 director. So yeah, yeah. So I'm very excited to get this started, get the road to Rowdyhacks ahead. So over here, I mean, Christian, you want to come up here, and then Jacob, well, you might as well make your way go around here. Over here is Christian Walker. He was the Rowdyhacks 9 tech lead. He's going to be coming back on the team next year. And then we got Jacob Ellerbrock over here, our ACM tech officer. And then also he was a part of the Rowdyhacks tech team. Both of them were very clutch in making sure our website and everything was perfectly fine. So yeah, let's y'all could go sit down since we're talking about tech. If y'all want to check in for ACM credits, it is on Portal. So yeah, I'll just give you all a second there. Y'all want credit? Scan the QR code, bruh, or check in on Portal. Yeah, for those at home. I mean, is this pre-recorded or is this live streamed? Both? Yeah. Sign in. It should just be on Portal. So yeah, and we'll have the organizer application at the end. So stay tuned for that. All right. So first thing, big change. Yeah, it's my first doctrine as Rowdyhacks director, or as Rowdyhacks 10 director. Rowdyhacks will be moving to November, aka we will become a fall hackathon now. Welcome in, go in. If you wanted to gain ACM credit, go to portal.acm-W But yeah, Rowdyhacks will be moved to November. I'll be talking about that shortly, or I'll talk about that at a later time. But for those who want to be organizers, keep this in mind. So just general organizer expectations. I'll probably be going over this every session, but just in general, see the vision, see our vision for Rowdyhacks. Just be a part of the team. You have to want to be a part of something big, because Rowdyhacks, we're the biggest hackathon in South Texas. So we are pretty huge, pretty close to 600 hackers. Would love to get to that mark. So yeah, we want to be a part of something big, want to make a difference in the team, not only in the team, but just in general in the hackathon community. Make a difference somehow, have that initiative, have that drive, and then just be able to work with the team in general. Of course, be a good teammate, be a good team worker. And then we'll get along smoothly. And then just some more expectations. This is more of like the physical, like, please do this, like this is required. Make sure you're available the Friday through Sunday of Rowdyhacks. That time is not set yet, but like I said, it will be sometime in November. And don't worry, we'll come up with a date. We'll set a date very shortly once we get into the roll of things. But yeah, attend all summer meetings. The majority of Rowdyhacks organizing will be over the summer. I know a lot of us are going to have internships or going to be doing something over the summer, but like I said, we're going to be a part of something big. This is just the expectation. You know, we'll make sure we set a time that's available for everyone. We'll be very accommodating in terms of that. But whenever we set a time, whenever we got things to do, that is going to be the expectation. You know, we want everybody to be doing something good, doing something great. We don't want people to feel like they're not doing enough. So yeah, just show up to all meetings. You'll be a great organizer. And then once the semester starts, make sure to attend all the general meetings and meetings for your in-person, or meetings for your team in person during the semester. This just makes sure, you know, everything is better in person, and you know, we don't want yeah, it's just better in person. So make sure you're there in person. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna make sure everyone's available during that time, and then complete tasks by their appropriate deadlines. We're gonna give you some tasks. We're gonna give you some deadlines. They're gonna be okay deadlines. They're not gonna be like but yeah, just make sure that's done, and that makes Rowdyhacks really good. Make sure you're responding in the Slack. Once you get onboarded to the Rowdyhacks team, you will be in the Slack. Make sure you're responding to any questions like DMs from your team leads or anybody. Just, you know, show that courtesy of acknowledging the other person that's responding to you, and then things go along way quicker. And then just in general, give your input. Your voice matters. I am definitely more of a leader rather than a boss, so I'm very advocating of teamwork. I have the humility to say that I'm not. Sometimes I don't, or I acknowledge that people have other opinions, may have better opinions than I, and I really want to gain that feedback, get that feedback from y'all. I know we're all really good people. We all have good insight, and I want to make sure y'all voice that, so we all make Rowdyhacks a great thing. So these are all the organizer teams. We got logistics, public relations, tech, which we're going to be talking about today, outreach, hacker experience, design, which we're going to be talking about next, and then media as well. So just a rough timeline for design and tech. We'll get through that. So throughout the summer, May through August mainly, tech or design is going to get started on logo, mascot, and other various assets. Just so you know, we got things posted on Instagram, on social media, and we got things to put on the website for our tech team. And then tech is going to get started on developing the website and actually getting that deployed to the public. At the minimum, a homepage so that people can see the dates, some very basic info. You know, all the gist doesn't need to be anything too extravagant. But once we get during the semester, specifically September through November, design will be start getting into shirt, banner, and hacker badge designs, you know, that stuff that's needed day of. And then tech is gonna be keeping up with updates to the website, you know, finish the website, the registration process, planning, streaming, and the streaming setup and the logistics for that. And then design, so let's talk about design. For those who wanna be design organizers on the design team, y'all are basically the artists of Rowdyhacks. Y'all are gonna create the designs for our shirts, the mascots, logos, hacker badges, and other requests made by the team. I actually got some stickers over here that we're gonna give out later, but if y'all have seen any of our designs on social media, on the websites, you know, these are freaking cool. These are lovely, and all of our design team works so hard to make these really cool. So yeah, y'all are like what makes Rowdyhacks look so cool. And then yeah, also design assets used for stickers and the website, just, you know, that general stuff. And then day of design expectations, I'm going to be honest, there really isn't that much for y'all to do day of, because of course y'all have already made everything that y'all need to make. We're not going to ask you to like draw something or whatever over there. So really just be a helping hand. There's not, yeah, like I said, there's not going to be much to do design wise, but there's always something you can help out with. And the day of Rowdyhacks, that weekend, is always a great time. It's really fun. As much as we tell you it's stressful, it's as equally fun being with everybody. So yeah, that's design. Does anybody have any questions regarding design? All right, we'll leave that. And of course, for y'all watching at home, or if y'all are playing back the recording, just hit us up on Discord or DM the Rowdyhacks. The Rowdyhacks Instagram. We're always open to questions. But yeah, I'm gonna hand it off to Christian Walker, our tech lead. Yes, and Jacob Elbrock as well. They're gonna both be talking about the tech team.
It, all right, what's going on? I'm Christian. This is Jacob Ellerbrock. We're two people basically really involved in the tech team for last year, and we kind of want to talk a little bit about the expectations and things that we're going to bring in for this year's Rowdyhacks. So first one, obviously most important, is creating the Rowdyhacks website and manage it to the needs of hackers/organizers. One of the big things that we kind of had an issue with this year was that we weren't really able to get things out by specific deadlines. We want to try and tackle that and make that a lot more efficient this year. Another thing, basically just managing, preparing tech-related things. We also kind of had some issues last year, or last Rowdyhacks, where we had some AV issues. We'd really like some people that could have sort of some AV knowledge that can be involved with this. We also want to make sure that everything is checked and up to date ahead of time. We want people that can be able to help set up things, any sort of hardware that's necessary, things of that nature. Also, integrating HackKit into Rowdyhacks website. So every hackathon that that ACM UTSA puts on, we have two pieces to it. The first part being Rowdyhacks. This is the front thing that most people see. But the most important thing and kind of the meat of this issue is HackKit. And HackKit is our hackathon management software. This is where all of our registration happens. This is how we keep track of everyone. This is what talks to our database. It's very, very important, and it needs to work properly. This was also something that we kind of had some pain points with from some of our people that attended Rowdyhacks 9. We want to make this as seamless as possible for next year. So, Jacob, you want to?
Yeah, so Christian basically covered what HackKit is. Again, it's our management software. For anyone interested in the tech team, you really don't need to worry about at least contributing to it. But we do highly recommend that you look through the code base and like kind of understand what it is, because when it comes to the day of, usually you aren't managing the website much day of. This is usually everything HackKit. So if you are able to help fix bugs that happen on HackKit, we plan on doing a day of simulation of HackKit. We encourage you to be a part of that and to help us fix these bugs. So essentially, just knowing the code base of HackKit is something we really recommend and encourage y'all to do. Again, having information to understand and fix any bugs happens on the day of day of Rowdyhacks. And more information will be given during team meetings about HackKit. And on the next slide, I believe, is an example of HackKit. If y'all haven't seen it, if y'all have come to Rowdyhacks this last Rowdyhacks, so this is HackKit essentially. This is our main homepage. There'll be a whole bunch of tabs as well. I think it's still up, rowdyhacks.org/dash. So you can go visit it, take a look around. If you have any questions about HackKit, hook us up again in the Discord. We will be happy to direct y'all to the repository because this is open source.
Okay, expectations. Nathan kind of covered some, and they all still do all apply. The biggest things is that in tech, it is absolutely a staple that you know how to collaborate and communicate with teammates inside and outside the tech team, okay? Tech is basically the center for everything Rowdyhacks, all right? We talk with design. We need to know about PR. We need to know about logistics. We need to be able to communicate at least once or twice with all of our different teams, all right? So this means that you need to be able to maintain good relations with these people, be civil, don't be rude. And I mean, once again, the biggest thing, communicate. We had some issues with this as well last time. Please, just communicate, okay? If a task is too much for you, let us know. We're here to help you. If a task seems like it is too vague, let us know. We're here to help you, all right? If you think that a task is too much or anything like that, please let us know. Because we do have a decent runway for this, but we are going to have to move fast with these things. We want you to at least have good problem-solving skills. And another big thing is having some knowledge with some of the technologies that we talk about here. So Next.js, React.js, TypeScript, Tailwind, Postgres, Drizzle. These are basically our entire stack. And because of that, we want you to at least have some sort of knowledge with these things coming into it, because sometimes it might feel like you're drinking from a fire hose, and we want to try and mitigate that as much as possible, okay?
So some more expectations that we have. Teammates should make their best effort to attend all the meetings. As Nathan has talked about previously, we had a very big issue with some meeting attendance in the past, and we want to help you, especially in tech. You're basically given your tasks and then like left alone for a little bit. So we need to be checking up with you, making sure we're hitting these deadlines, because again, Rowdyhacks is going to be in November. That's significantly less time than what we have. So we need to make sure these deadlines are being met, and we need to make sure that we're keeping up with y'all, whatever tasks y'all have, and attending these meetings is the best way for us to do that. If a team member cannot make a meeting, this should be communicated ahead of time. Again, please be civil. Please, we want to know like if there's like an issue you have, can't attend a meeting, we can schedule another time. Again, tech doesn't need to be so like team meeting based. We just want to check base with you and make sure that like everything is going according to plan. This means that like you don't necessarily need to make the general meeting time, but we again need to be able to find a time to catch up with you. And then teammates should follow our environment workflow unless otherwise discussed. I don't want any of y'all pushing to main. We need to have a decent like flow of how we use, say, Git, for example, or other stuff like that.
I was also going to mention another big technology that we use. We use Git for all of our version control things. We have a flow set up specifically for this. We are going to onboard you fully with all the information that you need to have to properly handle the tech here, but we just need you to follow it, okay? We have things set up like this for a reason. We have structure for a reason, and we would really appreciate being able to follow it. If there are issues with this, we don't want to remove people, but we will do it if we don't have a choice. Okay, day of stuff. So tech is running around usually everywhere during day of stuff. So just kind of some examples of things that we had to deal with last time was that we had day of bugs. Hopefully that won't be an issue this time, but on the off chance that it is, like Jacob said before, be familiar with the repository. Even if you didn't work on a specific part of HackKit, be able to handle other pieces that you might have to tackle day of, all right? This is moving parts. It's a lot going on. I understand that, but this is what you signed up for. We're going to have basically everything streamed. We're going to have onboarding sessions for this as well. Don't worry. Obviously, if you have some sort of AV experience or streaming experience, it'd be nice, but we're going to give you all the tools you need to succeed day of for this. Managing AV for all events, as I kind of just said, and also just being a helping hand. This is a general expectation of all organizers, that if you see a task that needs to be done, please help out. We only have a certain amount of people, and we really want everyone to have hands on deck day of stuff.
Okay, so now talking about our interview process. We will be having interviews to see who can join the tech team because again, our skills are very needed. So let's see your projects and experience. We want to see what projects you have, especially if they're a part of the tech stack that we mentioned before. We want to see what you can do, what you're willing to do, what you're able to learn. Because again, we know that you may not have all the knowledge and stuff. This is a very specific tech stack, but if you're willing to learn and help contribute, this will go a long way. I know summer may be you may be a little cut short for the summer, and you may need to catch up with some maybe you don't know Tailwind CSS all the way. We highly encourage you to be able to pick that up during the summer. But again, being able to show that you are willing to do that and we can trust you to do that would be extremely helpful. And then again, we really like it for you to have working knowledge of Next.js, React, TypeScript, and Tailwind CSS. These are our main components that you'll be working with if you were to work on the website or anything tech related that we're going to work on at all. We really need you to have a basis of what this stuff is. There are guides online if you want to do a quick start on this stuff. But again, we really need you to have a knowledge of this because we don't have the time. We don't have the luxury to have y'all be learning this stuff as you're being onboarded. Sorry, I hate to break it to you, but we need you to have this stuff down. And then preferred working knowledge of Drizzle, PostgreSQL, and Clerk, again, are preferred. There's some more complicated stuff that we use, but again, it'd be really nice if y'all were to have these, just some basic interview stuff.
And this is a note right now. We're doing these info sessions early. If you don't have working knowledge of these things, this is your time to get working knowledge of these things. Like Jacob said, there are a lot of guides out there, and having these skills in general, if you learn a good majority of this stack, including React, TypeScript, Tailwind, especially Next.js, you're gonna make a lot of money one day. It's a very popular stack. People like it a lot, and I highly encourage, even if you don't intend to fully join the team, or if you maybe even want to get some beginner task or something like that, be familiar with these things, please. Okay. Does anybody happen to have any questions for us? Comments? Concerns? So, yeah. So as for kind of the beginner ones, I would like to have. What would you say? I say moderate, essentially. I think that's kind of a decent way to put it. You need to have you need to know the purpose of why we use React in the first place, what state is, how to manage state. As for Next.js, you need to understand the difference between a client-side and a server-side component. You need to understand the benefits of Next.js and essentially why we use them. Maybe not all the inner workings, but at least I believe if you have a decent full-stack project using kind of the React, Next.js, and maybe some form of a SQL or relational database of any kind, you're probably going to do very well here.
Again, we are willing to make exceptions. Granted, they will be very specific exceptions. If we know you or something, and we know you're a really good worker. But again, having this knowledge will give you a huge edge up against everyone else. But again, we just want to make sure that you are willing to learn this stuff as well, because while we did say the moderate level is what we highly recommend, we will be going above that level. We will be honestly going to advanced territory of all this stuff. So being able to like build off of what you already know is what we are looking for.
Yeah, I second that. And maybe moderate wasn't the best word, but more so like a near proficiency to like kind of near proficiency sort of level for these kinds of things. Because as I said, this isn't a school project. This is a project that is going to be seen by about 600 or 700 people, and we can't afford failure for this. Yeah.
Because everyone who looks at Rowdyhacks is going to see the website first. That's usually what people go to whenever they want to register. We had over 1,000 registers, I believe. Was it over 1,000? Okay, yeah, 900,
1,000
registers, but there are people who looked at the website and didn't register. So again, huge numbers. A lot of people are going to be looking at this stuff, and it may be the make or break if they want to go to Rowdyhacks. So please, we want people to put their best effort into this website because, again, being seen by a lot of people.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Any other questions? I'm sorry. I went back so I could show the tech stack again. When are the interviews? We're deciding that as of now, correct?
We want to have the team at least working on finalized, hopefully by the end of the semester. But yeah, we need to be moving fast. So expect the interviews very soon.
Yeah, so obviously Rowdyhacks is going to be in November of this year. And because of that, right now, we still have some people, myself included, that are still working on election stuff that's going to be getting out of the way tomorrow. And after that, it's going to be full force ahead on setting up dates for these sorts of things. We wanted to basically just give out some basic information right now. And we are planning to have other info sessions that are going to recover these things again, correct? And then with those, you're going to basically build more once we kind of have a bit more information. No, it was a good question.
For the interview dates, check the Discord, both Rowdyhacks and ACM Discord. They will be posted there. They will always, they will 100% be posted there. So, again, check Discord.
Yeah, we highly encourage anyone that does actually sign up for the interest form, anything like that, please join the Discord because the Discord is our main way of communication. Good questions. What's up? Any other skills we would prefer to have?
I don't really explicitly mention it, but Git, like we talked about Git before, but just knowing how to pull, how to push, how to manage a branch,
Yeah.
just some stuff, basic stuff.
Yeah, version control management is huge. We also had some kind of issues on that. But once again, we're going to do a basic onboarding session of basically all of the tech inside of here. I think the main thing that you can bring to this is honestly genuinely just experience. So if you we say like have experience with like React, Next.js, which you can basically build full stack based off of that. Please have full stack knowledge. Understand how requests work and how you can make those requests and how to communicate between those, specifically with React and Next, because it's a special way that you can kind of communicate between those versus using something like Axios or whatever. What else? Obviously, we were talking about problem-solving things. There's gonna be some wonky genuinely debugging skills. I ran into some really stupid bugs trying to work with this because this is my first time learning most of these things, being involved with this specific tech stack. Having debug skills, knowing where to look for specific things. Obviously, like Stack Overflows. Most of these places, like React, Next, all of these places also have Discords where you can have issues. Being able to problem solve and solve things on your own before having to come to us or come to somebody else in the team, it would be super helpful. So having that independence would be super useful. Yes. Yeah. So in case the mic didn't pick that up, Josh over here, he's our president right now, or Yeah. Anyways, basically, he was saying that be able to pick up on different libraries that that we may or may not use. Being able to read docs. Being able to read docs is a huge thing that you are going to be able to have to be familiar with, because we might just randomly throw something in and we're going to say, hey, we're using X, Y, and Z for this thing here. You need to go read the docs on this and be able to pick up on this fairly fast, ideally. Anything else you'd like to add?
And just, I'm gonna reiterate again, communication. Like, I know it's hard for all of us. We're all CS majors, or most of us are gonna be. But again, just being able to communicate with people, like it's the bare minimum we ask for. And again, I know it's hard, but just please communicate with us. Slack is always open. Discord is always open. You can find us like probably in the ACM room like 24/7. Like, again, just if you have an issue, if like you're running into a problem in your code, don't know where to go, feel free to ask us. Like, we will either help you out or sit down with you and learn with you, because again, we all want to have the same goal of pushing this website out, having Rowdyhacks be the best it can be. And if we can all communicate each other with that stuff, then we can much easier get this goal like actually fleshed out.
If you don't ask questions, I'm gonna be scared. Ask questions, okay? But yeah. Anyways, it's really gonna be like we're being kind of strict and stern here because we do have a very specific timeline, but we do want to try and be as accommodating as possible. So if you think that you can meet these expectations, please sign up. We'd love to talk to you guys. We'd love to chat with you. And obviously, we want to bring in as many qualified people as possible. So the more that we have, the better for us. And it's gonna be a great year. It's gonna be a great Rowdyhacks season. So I'm excited to hopefully meet some of you prospective people, and hopefully we'll see you in interviews. I think that's it, right?
All right, thank you, Christian and Jacob. Let's give a hand for them for their amazing talk. Yeah. So if y'all want to sign up to become an organizer, scan the QR code or go to go.rowdyhacks.org/RHX organizer app. We'll put. No, yeah, this is just for general. If you want to do tech, just choose like the tech option as your main choice. We'll be looking through those. It's just a tally form. But yeah, we're just gonna go through those. Did we have anything else? Yeah, I think that's the last slide actually. But I did want to talk a little bit more. I wanted to just kind of like talk about like my role, or my goal as my role as Rowdyhacks director, because I realized I didn't really talk about that. I guess this is my like first thing, my first duty as Rowdyhacks director. Like I said, I'm not a boss. At the end of the day, I'm a leader. I'm leading Rowdyhacks to be the best that it can be. So with that being said, like I already said, I value communication with all the organizers highly. I want y'all's feedback. Tell me if I'm doing something wrong. Tell me if something should be improved on. There's like, we're all humans. Sometimes I may not know things in the best point of view possible. Sometimes other people might know better than me. My role as Rowdyhacks director is just to make sure that the best decision is being made. I'll reiterate that. My role as Rowdyhacks director is to make sure that the best decisions are being made for Rowdyhacks. And the reason why I was voted in is because I've had lots of hackathon experience. I've been to 9 hackathons. I know how that hackathon goes. I co-directed Rowdyhacks 9. So all those have led me to just have that background knowledge, have that knowledge of knowing what can make Rowdyhacks great. And y'all contribute to that as well. I'm looking for everyone's feedback. I'm looking for the best decisions out there. Like I said, yeah, I'm kind of yapping, saying the same thing over again, but I really want to make sure that hits home. That I'm I'm not a boss. I mean, don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, what I say goes. But I want to make sure I hear y'all's opinions. I want to make sure I hear y'all's takes on things before that thing goes and before that decision is made. So yeah, don't be like Christian was saying. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Questions are important. As long as you check the Slack to yeah, as long as you check the Slack and are communicating with everyone, we won't be we won't be afraid to answer your questions. Just ask those questions. We'll be available on Discord and everything. We'll be available on Slack. So yeah, just be there. Nothing there. How much time do we have left? I think we we have half an hour left. So I mean, I guess we could just end the stream. Thank you all for watching. We'll be posting this around, and then we'll just hang around here for a little bit. Talk with some of y'all one-on-one, I guess, if y'all want.